Hello and welcome. Today, we are going to get our hands dirty with one of the most useful tools in your French toolkit, the word si. Seriously, think of it as the ultimate building block for expressing all sorts of ideas, conditions, and plans. I mean, what if you could just naturally say things like, if it rains, I'll stay home, or if you have time, call me. Well, guess what? By the end of our chat today, you are going to have the blueprint to build those exact sentences and so many more.
So, here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about the power of si. Then, we'll dive into 3 core patterns. After that, I'll show you how to flip your sentences for a little variety. And finally, we'll build some examples together. Sound good? Let's jump in.
Okay, first up, the power of si. It's so simple, right? Si just means if. But this one little word is the key that unlocks a whole new level of expression, letting you talk about things that are possible or probable. It's your first major building block.
We're going to start with the most basic pattern out there, the one for certain outcomes. You can think of this as the solid foundation for everything else we're going to build on top of it.
And the formula for this foundation? Oh, it's wonderfully simple. It's just si plus a verb in the present tense, followed by, you guessed it, another verb in the present tense. We use this for stuff that's just generally true, or for a result that's basically guaranteed. It's like a rule. If this happens, then that happens.
Let's look at a real-world example. Si vous achetez un contenant, vous obtenez l'autre gratuitement. See that? Acheter is present tense, and obtenez is also present tense. It's a certainty, kind of like a buy one, get one free deal at a store. If you do action A, you get result B. Super simple, super direct.
Awesome. So our foundation is officially laid. Now, let's add a couple more really powerful tools to your construction kit. These are going to help you handle future plans and even give commands.
Okay, our second pattern uses what's called the near future, or the futur proche. The formula is si plus the present tense, followed by a verb in the near future. This is absolutely perfect for talking about what you plan to do if a certain condition happens.
So how does this work in a sentence? Si tu viens chez moi, je vais te préparer à souper. The condition is in the present. Si tu viens, if you come. And the result? That's a plan for the future. Je vais te préparer. I am going to prepare. See the difference? This isn't a universal truth. It's a specific plan based on something that might happen.
Now for our third tool. This one involves the imperative, which is just a fancy word for the command form. So the formula is si plus the present tense, followed by a command. This lets you give advice, make suggestions, or even give direct orders that all depend on that if condition.
Take a look at this one. Si tu préfères, mange-les demain. Notice how the command is totally conditional. The condition is si tu préfères, if you prefer. And what's the command? Mange-les, eat them. So the instruction to eat them only kicks in if you actually prefer to.
Okay, let's just pause for a second and admire our work, shall we? Here are the 3 structures we've just built. You can see how each one starts the same way, with si plus the present tense to set the condition. But then, by changing that second verb, you create a completely different meaning. A certainty, a future plan, or a command. Pretty cool, right?
So now that you've got the basic structures down, it's time to become a true sentence architect. Because you don't always have to put the si part first. You can totally flip the order to add a little emphasis or just some stylistic flair.
And when you do flip this sentence, there's just one super simple but really important rule to remember, the comma rule. If the si clause comes first, you need a comma. If it comes second, you just drop the comma. That's it. Easy peasy.
Let's see this in action because it makes it so much clearer. On the left, with si at the start, si tu viens chez moi, and you see that comma. Now look at the right where we flipped it. Je vais te préparer à souper si tu viens chez moi. And boom, the comma disappears. The meaning is exactly the same, it just changes the rhythm and flow of the sentence.
All right, you've got the blueprint, you've got the tools. It is time to put on your hard hat and put your new skills to the test. Let's build a couple of sentences together. You ready?
Okay, here's our first project. How would you say this in French? If you buy one container, you get the other for free. Just think for a second. Is this a plan, a command, or a certain outcome? Take a moment.
And there it is. Si vous achetez un contenant, vous obtenez l'autre gratuitement. Since this is a certain outcome, a sure thing, we use that present plus present pattern. Fantastic work.
Excellent. Let's try one more. How would you build this sentence? If you prefer, eat them tomorrow. I'll give you a little hint. What kind of action is eat them? It's a suggestion, a gentle command. You got it.
Si tu préfères, mange-les demain. The condition is in the present, si tu préfères, and it's followed by that imperative command, mange-les. You are a natural-born sentence architect.
And just like that, you've got the blueprints for building all kinds of conditional sentences in French. You can talk about certainties, future plans, and commands. So I guess the only question left is, what are you going to build next?